Today's class is all about the year of the fire horse, which will be coming in on the Lunar New Year this Tuesday, February 17th, 2026, depending on when you watch this in the year. And the energy of the fire horse is all about movement and freedom and speed and change, transformation and passion. So hopefully some of these poses as we work through this class will give you a taste of that. Feel free to move at your own pace and pay attention to what your body needs at any time. So we're going to start sitting. I'm on a bolster. Sit however you feel comfortable. And we'll begin with a deep inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Another inhale, exhale out, and one more. Inhale deeply, and let it all go. Let's do some side bends, side stretch. One hand is down on the floor, other hand is up and over. If you have any trouble with your shoulder, you can always try just an elbow. Come up and over to the other side. And let's do one more on each side. We're going to move at a little faster pace than maybe I normally do, just because we're trying to emulate the qualities of the fire horse. Good. And from here, we're going to come to downward facing dog. So if you're sitting on something, just go ahead and move it out of the side. Come to all fours, and then from there you can curl your toes, lift your hips, and then feel free to pedal out your feet, bend and straighten your knees, do whatever you need to do. Let it feel good. And then from here, walk your feet toward your hands, and then we'll roll on up and come to stand. So first we're going to face the wide part of our mat and come into what usually I call goddess pose, but this is also called horse pose. So toes and knees are going in the same direction, and we're bending through the knees, sinking the hips down, making sure you're nice and stable. And then we're going to lift the arms up as we inhale, and then exhale, twist over to one side. And then inhale, arms come up, exhale, twist. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. We'll do one more on each side. Inhale. You might feel a little burn happening in your legs. And last time, inhale, and then exhale, twist. Good. And coming to the top of your mat, we'll step the left foot back into a lunge. So you're in a high lunge. And from here, arms are going to come back, and you're going to do an incline lunge. So rather than your body being upright, you're going to try to make a line from your leg all the way through your torso, the top of your head, and your arms are coming on either side of you, kind of like you're holding a cape behind you. So once you're in this, and make sure that you don't feel wobbly. If you feel wobbly, take a wider stance. Legs farther apart width-wise so that you don't feel wobbly. Push down through that front foot. Really get stable and steady. And then from here, we're going to inhale, and the arms are going to come up on either side of our ears as we bend the back knee, any amount. And then exhale, arms sweep back, straighten the leg. Inhale. Bend that back leg. Exhale, straighten. Inhale. And exhale, straighten. Inhale. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 4 more of these. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Bend the knee. Exhale, straighten. And your front leg is staying bent the whole time. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll do 1 more. On this side, inhale. Exhale, straighten. And then you can step to the top of the mat. You might want to shake out your legs a little bit. Good. So you feel some circulation, you feel some blood moving through your body, some energy moving through your body. We're going to step that right foot back, left foot forward. So we're in the high lunge, and then you're doing an incline lunge. So you're hinging forward a little bit, and then the arms are going to come back on either side of you like a cape. From here, bend the back leg as the arms come up. Straighten the leg, and arms come down at your sides. Inhale as you bend, and exhale as you straighten. Inhale and exhale. Arms go back either side. Inhale and exhale. I think that was 5. I hope so. We have 3 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, straighten. 2 more. Up and straighten. And then 1 more. Arms up and arms come back. Good. And then step forward. Feel free to shake that out. Let's just do a little bit of Qigong shaking. So you're bouncing on your heels, letting everything go, letting everything be soft. Because the fire horse is about change, right? Fire is about transformation and heat and warmth. So we're warming the body and we're moving and shifting the energy. This time of year in Ayurveda, it can be kind of the sluggish time of year when we can feel cold and damp and like we don't really want to do very much. Just keep bopping up and down. You can lift your hands up. You can do whatever you'd like to do. And so we need to do a little more vigorous activity a lot of the time to kind of get ourselves out of that stagnant, cold, sometimes almost depressed frame of mood or mind that we can get into. And so doing a little more movement, as long as it feels good for you, is great. All right, next we're gonna do standing figure 4. So if you have a wall or a chair that you wanna support yourself with as we balance, and you can always sit down or lie down to do your figure 4. So as you've probably done this before, but if you haven't, you bring 1 foot across, the top foot is flexed, and then as we're standing, we're gonna sink the hips back, bend the knees, or bend the standing knee. And then you're welcome to try balancing if you'd like without having the wall or chair. Let that hip stretch and open up. And then come up, and we're going to do the other side. So when you're ready, switching and holding on to something if you feel wobbly, or sitting down. A moment of relative stillness. Good. Next, we're going to do something called a Kundalini March. And if you have any issues with dizziness, feel free to just not march and leave your feet on the ground, or feel free to just breathe much more shallowly and easily and not as forcefully. But it looks like, and also if you need to blow your nose first, you might want to do that. So it's going to be an inhale and an exhale out through the nose, and it looks like this. So arms are going to come overhead. We're going to inhale, exhale, And you might go faster or more slowly than me. So you're reaching overhead and then bringing your elbows down quite strongly on either side of you. Your knee doesn't have to go higher than your hip. But if you feel lightheaded, you don't have to do the forceful breathing. Maybe you just want to try moving side to side like this without doing that breath and just going however your breath wants to go. Let's just do 2 more sets. And 1 more. Good. And then just let your arms be on either side of you. Standing in mountain, taking it all in, noticing how you're feeling. Kundalini is all about shifting the energetic space, our inner and outer energy, and this one really can do that. And it's probably not something you want to do right before bed, this practice, because it's energizing and will wake you up. All right. So now, coming to the top of the mat, we're going to step the left foot back into Warrior 2. So feel free to go slowly into Warrior 2, adjust your feet, front knee over front ankle, arms on either side of you. Lifting up through the top of your head, your core belly is supporting, all your muscles are supporting your spine. All right, we're gonna move into a flow, so it'll be a little quicker, but the first time through, we'll go through it more slowly. So we're gonna start in Warrior 2. We're gonna straighten that front leg and come into a triangle. Now you may not wanna do such a deep triangle because we're not gonna stay long. So you may just wanna like hold on to the top of your shin. So this will be triangle. And then we're gonna reverse the triangle. So front leg is gonna stay straight as we reverse the triangle. And then we're going to bend that front leg and come into Warrior 2 again. And now both toes face front, and we're going to bring the hands overhead and point with our pointer finger. The rest of the fingers are clasped together. So you're overhead. This is Kali Mudra, and Kali is not a horse, she's a Hindu goddess of destruction, but also of rage and creation of new things. So you might have some of those kind of feelings about what's happening in the world right now, and really envision something new happening, something better than what we have right now. All right, we're gonna move into Warrior 2 on the other side now. So you're facing the wide part of your mat, Warrior 2. So we'll go through, we're going through it slowly this time. Back, front heel is, you could run a line from your back arch to your front heel. Now triangle. Again, this doesn't have to be a real deep one because we're gonna move through these a little bit more quickly. Just getting you through the movement though. Keeping the front leg straight, reverse triangle. And then bending the front leg again, Warrior 2. Then we're going to straighten the legs, feet face forward, Kali Mudra. That's pointer finger up, and the rest of your fingers are clasped. Good. All right, so let's go into Warrior 2, first side. And then triangle. reverse triangle, warrior two, star pose with Kali Mudra, warrior two, other side, triangle, reverse. Ooh, I wanted to bend my leg there. And warrior two, star pose, Kali Mudra. Good. Warrior two, first side, triangle, reverse triangle, warrior two, star pose with Kali Mudra, warrior two, oops, triangle, reverse triangle, warrior two, star pose. Let's do that one more time, each side. Warrior two, triangle, reverse triangle, warrior two, star pose with Kali Mudra, warrior two, other side, triangle, reverse triangle, and warrior two, and then our star pose. Good. All right, if you'd like, you can toe heel your feet back in, and then we're going to sit down. So when you come to the floor, to the mat, you have the option of one of two ab strengthening, core strengthening poses. So the first would be, if you'd like to stay seated, the first would be boat pose. And with boat pose, we want to be as upright as we can. We don't want to curl through the back. We want to be nice and upright, even if you're going to lean back a little bit. And then you're welcome to keep your feet on the floor, or you can launch your boat and lift your toes up and even extend further, and arms can be out. So that's just demonstrating that, so don't launch yet. And then if you're going to do pistons, you would lie down on your back, pushing your back into the floor, knees over your hips, and feet can be nice and flexed if you like, arms down at your sides. And then when we say go, you're going to bring one leg out and the other leg. So it's just you're going to alternate. You're not doing bicycle, you're just going push out and back, like that. Okay, so depending on what your back needs today, you can take one of those. So pick which you'd like. I'm going to demonstrate, we're going to do two. So I'll demonstrate both the first time and then pistons the second. All right? So when you're ready, you can inhale and then either launch your boat or start with your pistons. And then release, you can stop, you can let your knees go side to side if you want a little release for your back. And then we'll do this one more time. So if you are going to do boat, then get ready. And if you're doing pistons with your knees over your hips, arms at your sides, here we go. Start. And with pistons, your legs can hump in and out more quickly than mine or more slowly, and they can also go down closer to the floor or be up more depending on what your back can handle. We don't want to strain our low back, so take that into account. And also, when you bring your knee back in, try not to bring it all the way into your chest. Try to just have it over your hips. I've got to watch it because that's what I want to do. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest whichever position you're in. And if you're on your back, you can come back up. We're gonna do a seated twist. So you're gonna bring both your knees at 90-degree angles. And then you can always have them in closer if that doesn't feel good. You can have them less than 90 degrees, but around that. And then we're gonna lift up, and whichever direction your knees are going in, then you're going to turn in that direction. And then in my case, it's my left knee, so my right hand, the opposite hand, is gonna go on that thigh as you twist away. So you're gonna twist away from those knees without any strain. My left hand is down on the floor, but don't be confused with sides in case yours is the opposite of mine. All right, let's switch sides. So now, knees come down to the other side, and then we're going to twist away from our knees. Good. And then come back to center. And from here, we're going to lie down for 2 minutes of Savasana. If you don't like lying down, you're welcome to sit up. You can put your knees up the wall, legs up the wall if you like. Whatever way you'd like to do your resting pose is completely fine. And if you'd like to stay longer in Savasana, then please do. Stay as long as you'd like to rest and integrate the practice. If you need to get going, you can stretch and blink your eyes open, roll over to your side and come up to sit. Let's take a deep inhale together. Exhale it out. Notice how you're feeling right now. Maybe a little more warm and energized than when you started. You can always return to this practice at any time. So folding our hands, bringing our hands together in prayer, thanking yourself for taking the time out of your day to practice, and thanking your body for all the ways it's moved for you and breathed for you today. And I thank you so much for being here. I'll see you again soon.